Hello everyone and welcome to Desi Investing, a channel dedicated to investing in the Indian context. In today's video, we're going to try and understand the pricing of options, both call option and put options, and its implication on real trading scenarios. There are other videos in the basics of options in my channel in case you want to go through them first. Alright, let's say the price of a stock is Rs 50 and there are 20 days to expiry in this month in a highly volatile market. And let's say the price of a Rs 48.5 strike price call option is Rs 4.5. What does this mean? Who determines this price? Well, the three main things that affect the pricing of an option are the intrinsic value, time value, and volatility value. Let's have a closer look at each of these. The first is intrinsic value. This is the part of the price of the option which includes the price of the stock as well. If the strike price is below the stock price in case of a call option, then the option is said to be in the money. If it is equal, it is said to be at the money, and if the strike price is above the stock price, it is said to be out of the money. The reverse holds true for a put option. In this example, the stock is at Rs 50. For strike prices of 45, 47.5 and 50, the price of the call option includes the price of the stock as well. And when the stock price moves, the option price moves as well. The reverse applies to the put option. Next is time value. The more time there is to expiry, the higher the price of an option for a given strike price. The graph is something like this. It holds value when far away from expiry and it falls steeply as it gets closer to expiry. Here, the last Thursday of every month. While intrinsic value can increase or decrease depending on how the stock moves, time value is always reducing or decaying and it cannot increase. As in, if the price of the stock didn't move throughout the month, the option price would still fall because time value keeps decaying. This is what we mean by selling time to make money in options. The third is volatility. In simple terms, the more a stock is likely to move, the higher the price of the option. Good sectors like automobiles, steel, etc. are generally stable except during global events, whereas some sectors like pharma, banking, etc. are quite prone to movement depending on when the next FTA approval or the next policy from the Fed or the RBI is about to come out. So in these sectors, you can see higher volatility. In the Indian context, of course, most prices are set by you and me, the people who buy and sell these options. So some of those influences which are emotional or psychological but not really scientific are as follows. First, lesser number of participants. In this case, the price remains constant for a long time since there are no market forces to correct the price. 2. News and reports. Whenever stock earnings are about to come out, prices of options fluctuate wildly or sometimes don't move even though the share price has moved. This is because of multiple opinions on how the company's report is going to look and where the share price is going to be. Personally, I don't like to sell or buy options during quarterly and annual reports as the probability of getting it right is just about a coin toss. Third is weekends. Friday versus Monday, generally option prices fall and it's a great time to sell options. It works even better during the last week before expiry. Fourth, far away options. Sometimes someone sells or buys an option which is 45 days from today. In these cases, there are no buyers or sellers and it's just up to the person to determine the price. In case you get an unfair price, it's your advantage and it is not illegal or wrong. So, how do we use this to our advantage? What to do and what not to do? When the price of the stock has fallen by more than 10% in the previous month, you could sell a put or buy a call. The reverse applies when the stock has increased by more than 10%. If the RSI has fallen below 25, you can safely sell a put or buy a call. Reverse when RSI has increased beyond 75. If there are more than 20 days to expiry and the stock is stable, then either sell a call or sell a put and wait for time value to give you money. You can exit when time value decays by about 50% if you're risk averse or to 20% if you're okay with more risk. If there are less than 4 days to expiry and you think there could be a good chance of good news or bad news which will move the stock price a lot, then you could buy a call or a put respectively and gain from that. it's not a good idea to sell an option close to expiry because the price is going to be very low and therefore the risk you're taking is far higher than the reward. If you own a stock and if you're going to sell a covered call, then you could sell an in the money or at the money call option rather than an out of the money call option so that you can take advantage of the intrinsic value of the option and not just the time value of the option. There's a separate video on covered calls if you'd like to see that. Alright, let's stop here for now. We'll cover more advanced strategies in future videos. Please like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, please comment so that I can make the next videos accordingly. Thanks for watching.